Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of Let's Talk About It by Stephanie Mendez. I have here my special and most special guest, my sister.
Hey.
She's gonna introduce herself briefly with her name.
Pamela.
And how old are you?
I am 30 years old.
30 years old, just turned in December, Sagittarius Queen. And so we are what, a 9-year difference?
9 years.
9-year difference.
Well, like 8 and 11 months.
8 and 11 months to be exact.
Is it?
Oh. I don't know because your birthday's like. Anyways, that's not what our vlog is about. So she's gonna give a little explanation, a little brief introduction of who she is, and then I'm gonna introduce what we're gonna talk about, and then just jump right in.
Yeah, I am 30 years old. I have 3 kids. I am a full-time waitress at the moment, but also a student. I am on my nursing career.
You're in process, yeah?
Yeah.
Nursing
this is actually my 3rd month. And what else? I don't know. Single. Hey.
Recently divorced.
And my kids are 10, 4, and 2. My oldest is a daughter. Is that how you say it? Well, this is a girl. And then the 2 youngest.
This is a daughter.
And then the 2 little boys. And that's pretty much it. I don't know.
First topic we're going to talk about is one that is very relatable, I believe, around the world. I'm the middle child. We have a younger brother that is 16 years old, and she is the oldest child. And I know, being in order of like siblings, the oldest has a lot of responsibility. So my sister, who has experienced it, is going to talk a little bit about the struggles with that and what she learned from it.
I'm 30, she's 21, so it's 9. And then with Angel, our youngest brother, it's a 14-year difference. So it's a big age gap, which just makes it a lot more different than I believe any other one. I mean, it's being an older sister is just overwhelming. Overall, you're like the first child. That's the one they make the mistakes with. And then from what they learn with you, it's like we try to fix it with each child. So, but it's manageable, you could say. I feel like when she was born, I was what, 9, 10, and it was so much harder for me to capture around the fact that I had to share my mom, which was my biggest issue at that.
Yeah, because you thought you were going to be the only child.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be an only child. I mean, she had me for freaking 9 years, all me and my mom, and then I'm pregnant. I was like, I mean, you're pregnant.
And then keep in mind, my sister and I have different dads. So
oh yeah,
my mom had left her dad and then got with my dad, and then what?
After years, like my mom had been single since she split with my dad when I was like 3. So for 6 years, as I was growing up, it was just me and her, me and her. And then when she met her dad, it was like I felt like it was from one day to another. Even like now telling my mom about how I felt back then, it was like, you literally met him 1 month and then the next you're pregnant. Like that. She's like, that didn't happen like that. So for me, I was always gonna be an only child, and when I found out about my mom being pregnant with Stephanie, it was so hard on me. Being 9, not understanding the whole concept of it, like barely getting to know this man that's gonna be your mom's boyfriend, to oh my god, there's gonna be a baby. So there was a lot of resentment towards her. Like she had no fucking idea what was going on, but it was her.
Breathing.
She was just growing in my mom's belly, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, and we had a rough childhood growing up, I'd say, because of that resentment that you had against me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It wasn't only just
I used to pull your hair when you were little.
Yeah, guys, like she used to beat my butt. Like it was crazy. But it had a lot to do with the trauma that she faced, like with my father. So my dad was an amazing dad to us, but he wasn't so kind to my sister. Like it wasn't an easy acceptance of her.
Yeah, it was. And I mean, honestly, I just feel it was the whole like just how I saw it as a child, and how like even right now as an adult I can tell you like it was bad for my part, and I don't hold grudge on him because of what I went through with him, but it just if like I would have hated myself too if I was him. So I feel like that had to do a lot with how our growing up became. When my brother was as well, when I found out my mom told me that she was pregnant with him, oh my god, I stopped talking to her for like a month and a half. I was 14. I needed to talk to my mom, but I just stopped talking to her for like a month because she was pregnant again. And I was like, not again, girl.
Ever since my mom separated my dad, I mean, she was a single mom. And to be a provider of three kids, and honestly, my dad wasn't the biggest supporter either, financially or even emotionally. So my mom took all of that responsibility on her own. And
But drag me with her. Because
yeah,
since I was 15 and they were much younger, I was the one to be taking care of it. Like I respect everything that my mom did for us throughout those years, and I know at the end of the day it was worth it. From what I was living in that household to what we were living separate was so much different. I would do it 1,000 times again. So I became the babysitter, the breakfast maker, the getting ready for this, getting ready for that, or in
mm-hmm.
the afternoons, picking up from the bus stops, or like all of that. I was the one to be doing with them, like helping them grow up and all that. So
And that's like a responsibility that, for example, I didn't have to take as the middle child. My sister being the oldest, she raised us. She was always there for pickups whenever I needed anything for school. If last minute they told me that they had a fucking pizza party and I hadn't told anybody, if I told my sister, she would drop what she was doing. She was always there. She always showed up.
and I feel like you got that a little bit with Angel, but you guys are so much like closer to each other than what me and him are, so that's why
Yeah.
it's too like he sees like he looks at me like I'm a freaking old lady, like he wants nothing to do with me, like don't talk to me like I'm talking to my sister.
What are some things that you think affected you and shaped you as a person being the oldest child?
I mean, I you don't just get the oldest child place, like you're put there for a reason. Like my mom obviously didn't expect to have other kids before me, but God had that purpose of me to be there for you guys as well, like
Mm-hmm.
if it would have been the other way around, if you would have been my older sister, would things came out the same way? Like it's just I feel like everything that we went through had to happen for us to be where we are now, and everything is a big importance. I remember as soon as we moved into this house, a couple months after, that's when my mom got pulled over, and like I was
Oh
freaking
yeah.
out. I was freaking out because I wasn't even 18 yet. And you guys had to go to school the next day. And I was like, how am I going to do this? And how am I going to do that? Like, I don't have a car. And like, big sister thinking. Like I was
Yeah.
like, how am I gonna get them to school? How am I gonna pay the rent and this and it was literally one night that she was
She
locked in.
wasn't even 18, guys. Like, I can't imagine it. I'm super grateful that obviously there was that rebel age too with me, and she was there for me. And I'm always, always for my whole life going to be super grateful because I don't know where I would be without my sister. And that's why, honestly, I feel bad when people tell me, like, oh, I wish I had older siblings. And I'm like, girl, I wish you did too, because having an older sibling is the biggest blessing that you can have, because even though I didn't have that communication with my mom, I had my older sister and she was there unconditionally and she always put us first.
I when I was little, while I was going all this stuff through with her dad and in that situation, I don't have an older sister, but I myself wanted to have an older sister. Like I always wanted to have a person that I could like, sister, I need this or like this. And
Mm-hmm.
then I have one person, and shout out to my cousin Yvette. She was my like role model to sister. Like she was the image of that big sister for me,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't as close to like having an actual like she's the closest thing I have to an older sister. But I wanted my sister to never feel alone like that. So it's like as soon as she hit that age where I was like, okay, you're cool now, I'm with you for everything. Like obviously that I was 9 to newborn, the first 9 years of her life, oh, she was a pain in the fucking ass. She was just She would talk, she would this and do these little things with me, and I'm like, no, get away from me, because I was going
And
through
she
my
was young
I
too,
was going
like,
through my teen years, and it was like it was the teen years, the separation, the moving in, like taking care of them on a daily basis, and like doing all this stuff that I knew I wasn't supposed to do, but I knew it was a help for my mom and for us in general, because we didn't have a support from her dad or like close family that would really suit, like, be in the situation. In the years that she started growing up, it was like, okay, you're all right. You could be my sister.
yeah, and even through like my pubescent years, I feel like it was so much more easier for me to go through things because I had somebody older than me that already had that experience. And I had, my sister had all her traumas and she worked it out on her own. And I didn't have to because she was always there for me. I remember that I went through like a really rough patch with my mom, and
Oh,
she was always there. Like literally for anything, any advice, if I needed anything for school, she was always supporting me 100%. And that's a responsibility that, for example, the oldest sibling carries that I never got to experience, but thanks to her, I am the person that I am, and I was able to do those shortcuts because of her.
you're welcome. Hey.
Guys, even thinking too that my sister was a young mom.
Oh yeah.
She had a child at a young age, at my age, or a little bit before.
Before, when I found out I was pregnant, I was so scared. I was 18 the first time I got pregnant, but I had an ectopic pregnancy, so I had to have an emergency surgery and like all this crazy stuff, and the doctors were like, if you want to get pregnant, you need to go with the specialist, blah blah. So when I found out I was pregnant at bitch, I was 17 when I had the ectopic pregnancy. Then
Yeah, you were 17.
what was I doing?
Girl, you were getting it on.
And like, what did she
But
talking about?
anyways, she was a young mom.
Anyways, was that on top of like Penelope situation with her, my brother, and my sister? Like, I was taking care of all three.
Yeah,
I remember
she was taking care of my brother and I and a little baby.
a newborn baby,
A newborn
like,
baby.
and then right after I started working, but like I had worked since I was like 16, so I was working throughout all the time until I had Penelope. I think I stopped working for like a month, and then I went back to work again. Fuck, that's crazy.
And that's when I started taking care of her daughter.
I mean, here and there, it wasn't as much as a responsibility because my mom
No,
would
it
be
was
here.
never that much pressure.
Yeah,
I
no.
never felt like I had the pressure of like, oh, I have to take care of your daughter because if you don't, we're not gonna eat food tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like there was never that pressure because she knew what that felt like. So she never ever, even now, like I'll help and take care of her kids and stuff, but because I want to, I love them, and because I know that I owe my sister so much, just because she was that parent for us.
Now with the kids, I'm like, I'm never gonna make my daughter take care of the youngest. Like, that's something that shouldn't be put on an oldest child. Like, that's not their responsibility. And I understand that in many cases that is necessary. But I was like, that was my trauma. Like, and I would have that resentment with my mom. Like, I wasn't able to do sports. I wasn't able to do this or stay after school for this because I had to be at home. I don't want to put that pressure on anybody other than their father to take care of them. That's a big pressure. Somebody to take care of little ones is a big pressure. So don't have kids.
Speaking of, what is your best advice for girls in their 20s that you as an experienced woman would have wished they had told you?
How do I say this without sounding like a bitch? Like, do things for yourself first. Like, think for you, like your career, your success, other than what other people are doing or what other people want for you. It's what you want for yourself. I was being the rebel and, oh, I'm not gonna go to school because I'm just against you because I did this for you. Like, and at the end of the day, I ended up messing myself up. Now it's like every time I tell her, like, do your school, like finish school first before. It's fine to like have boyfriends here and there, but don't make it your priority to be with somebody. You need to focus on yourself. Like, take those 20s to have fun, go out, enjoy life, like travel, do all those stuff, but also educate yourself and be successful for yourself. Like you. Don't always expect somebody to do something for you. And don't have kids and don't get married.
I would say that too, because you every single time would tell me, don't get married, don't have kids, or do things for yourself. Like, I got through high school the first round and I did really good. I'm in college now, and honestly, yes, it was a lot of my hard work and effort and my ambition, but it was also her telling me in my ear every single time, like, hey, go to school, hey, did you do your homework, hey this, hey that. And even if you don't have an older sister, like, do it for yourself. You motivate yourself and get through it, or surround yourself by people who will motivate you. And if you don't, then motivate yourself.
I'll adopt little sisters.
I'll guide you. Won't. What the hell? I'm toxic.
Yeah. Every friend that you have, like, that I see, I'm like, no, like, do this, like, do that, like, don't do this, don't do that. Like, see the people you're surrounded with, and I want you to be happy as well as your close ones. And I hear their problems, and I'm like, no, dude, like, look, focus, listen to me, Linda. Yeah. That's not important right now. Like, do this, or like, if to my best knowledge and the best for wanting the best for them, I will always try to give them the best advice. Like, if they don't want to take it, then they don't take it. If you want me to just listen to you, I'll do that too. But I always have something to say back.
She's a big sister to my friends too, and anybody that's ever been close to me knows how much my sister means to me. And not only did she make a huge impact in my life, but she makes a huge impact in my friends.
It's the sister instinct, it's now the mother instinct. Like, I've been the caregiver, the mini therapy lady, like, that I wanna do it for other people too.
Yeah.
Enjoy life. Period. Like, enjoy life, like, the most that you can. Don't wait until you're 30 and like, what did I do with myself? Like, why was I wasting so much time on other things when I could have been doing my nursing career, what, 7, 8, 10 years ago? Like, I'm not saying it's never late to start doing it, but right now, when you have the chance, do it now. If I would have done it then, I wouldn't have been worried about it right now with having 3 kids now and trying to do it. Doing the diaper changing, the bath time, the potty training, the cooking, the cleaning, the this, the school, the, like, all of that it's crazy, and it's manageable, don't get me wrong, because obviously I'm handling it. I don't know how my mental health is, but but it's manageable. But don't wait until you're that, like, you hit that rock bottom to be like, oh shit, I could have been doing that.
And this is a sign, guys, if you have older siblings or siblings in general, like even your little brother, this is your sign that showing up matters. And especially with siblings, like, if you have an older sibling, be grateful to them, be thankful to them, because I'm sure that they went through the same thing. And no te cuesta nada to a simple thank you, or to show up for them as much as they show up for you. And for example, I had an older sister that was a great example, and now I'm trying my best to be that older sister to my younger siblings. So, well, guys, I think that's a wrap to our podcast. I hope you enjoyed the raw and the real. Stay tuned to the next episode. It's gonna be with my mom, which is gonna be a whole other plot twist and a whole other trauma dump. If you like the video, then share it, like, comment down below what other videos you want to see, and
I can spill some tea.
the next one will be juicier. We'll talk about baby daddies. And...
oh shit, you're not making that public, right?
Hug to this belly to pretend we love each other.
Okay, pretend, bitch, you love me.
I love you.